You're listening to the Core Factors audio library, spoken versions of Core Factors articles and research. This piece is titled Early Signs of Mismatch, Helping Clients Reengage Before They Disconnect. The following narration preserves the original content and context of the written article.
Early signs of mismatch, helping clients re-engage before they disconnect. When small misalignments become big problems. Career dissatisfaction rarely appears overnight. More often, it builds slowly through subtle shifts in responsibility, accumulating stress from misfitting tasks, or a gradual drift away from what once felt meaningful. By the time disengagement becomes visible, the opportunity for early correction has often passed. For practitioners, this creates a critical window. When misalignment is identified early, clients have more options to re-engage without resorting to drastic career changes. The challenge is that disengagement does not always show up in performance metrics. Many clients continue to deliver strong results while quietly disconnecting. The earliest signals tend to be emotional, behavioral, or narrative, and they require a more nuanced lens to detect. The slippery slope of misalignment. Disengagement usually reflects cumulative friction between a client's internal drivers and external responsibilities. Common contributors include a growing mismatch between daily tasks and personal motivation, increased emotional labor without a sense of purpose, shifts in values or priorities that are no longer reflected in the role. Because these changes emerge gradually, clients often adapt without recognizing the cost. They may avoid certain meetings, delay specific tasks, or describe their work with noticeably less energy. As long as performance remains intact, the deeper misalignment can stay hidden. Listening for what's not being said. Practitioners who listen closely can often hear early warning signs in how clients talk about their work. Statements like, "I'm just tired all the time," "something feels off," or "I don't see myself doing this much longer," are not complaints. They are signals. Clients may hesitate to name dissatisfaction directly, especially when the role looks objectively good. Creating space for reflection requires language and structure that help clients articulate what they are experiencing without judgment. Using avoidance and motivation to surface misfit. Task-based assessment is one of the most reliable ways to identify early misalignment. The occupational activity groupings within the Career Path Assessment, developed by Dr. Mark Majors, organize work into structured activity categories and measure both preference and avoidance. High avoidance scores in task areas that dominate a client's role are often early indicators of chronic misfit, even when performance remains strong. Motivational skills data from Career Signals adds another layer. It highlights where clients feel both effective and energized, and where they feel capable but depleted. When daily responsibilities underutilize energizing skills, engagement declines over time. Career values complete the picture. A client may tolerate draining tasks temporarily, but when those tasks also conflict with values such as autonomy, creativity, or contribution, dissatisfaction accelerates. Coaching micro adjustments before macro moves. Not every sign of disengagement calls for a career change. Early-stage misalignment is often more workable than clients expect. Using assessment data, practitioners can guide targeted micro-adjustments such as increasing focus on high-alignment tasks within the current role, renegotiating responsibilities or routines with leadership, exploring internal projects that better support motivation and values, reframing the role to reconnect with what matters most. When misalignment runs deeper, the same data supports a more intentional transition. Rather than reacting from burnout, clients move forward with clarity. Proactive coaching for sustainable engagement. The most effective career coaching begins before a client is ready to leave. It starts when something feels off but remains undefined. By incorporating tools such as Career Path, Career Signals, and EQ Accelerator into ongoing conversations, practitioners can monitor alignment, surface emerging issues early, and support sustainable engagement. When small mismatches are addressed early, they are often easier to resolve. Clients who feel understood and supported are more likely to stay engaged, effective, and fulfilled. Key takeaways for coaches and counselors. Disengagement often begins subtly, even in high performers. Avoidance patterns and motivational misalignment predict future dissatisfaction. Values and task data help validate concerns before they escalate. Early micro adjustments often prevent larger disruptions.
This concludes the audio version of this Core Factors article, and you can read the full written version and explore related research at corefactors.com.